Tonight was the Elect Hollerbach Kickoff party at Hollerbach's German restaurant upstairs. And since I always talk about being involved in politics, especially local politics, I'd figured I'd walk the walk. I was pleased to see a couple dozen people already there before the event was supposed to start. That's a good sign.
I'm hiding out in Knight's Hall because I'm just prepping a little bit for the presentation I'm about to give to our crowd awaiting us here at the Hollerbach campaign kickoff upstairs at Hollerbach's. It's a lot of H's. So I'm about to take this camera out there with me to the crowd, and we're going to share our message with all the wonderful people that came out to support us today. So let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, wrong event. Attention everybody, I would like to introduce at this time a woman that's very special to me and to a lot of people here in the community, as we can see by this turnout tonight. So please welcome on the microphone our future mayor, Ms. Christina Hollerbach.
This many smiling faces here in our Sanford community and beyond. You have no idea how much it warms my heart to see you guys. I'm so all right, I just can't look at Shannon. But it really does, to see the support, because I don't take running for mayor lightly. It's a very serious job, and we were joking earlier, sometimes campaigning actually more difficult than the job itself. But it's so exciting to see that the love and support is here from you guys. And I was joking earlier that I procrastinated and made this slideshow earlier today, but I'm glad that I did, because it was that reminder to me that this is not something that I'm just doing now to position myself for something else. It's the things I've already been doing in the community for years. It's not something that you can just put on a poster. This is real life. This is me being out in the community, a part of these events, on these boards, on these committees, because I wanted to, because I believed in the work that we were doing, that I believe in what Sanford can become. And I didn't want to do a huge speech with all the cliches you've always heard, but I will say that my top 3 initiatives are so important because we're all feeling it in different ways, whether you're a resident or a business owner. And that's one, infrastructure. We're all feeling the woes of the infrastructure lagging behind for not just the current needs of our community, but also the future needs as we continue to grow. Florida is I think 1,000 people a day are moving to Florida. It's coming whether we like it or not. So how are we managing that growth? And for me, that also goes back to policy and procedure. I know it's boring stuff, but that's sometimes what the commission is making sure that those overlay districts and the plans that we have match the needs of the community, and we're not just saying, well, that's the way we've always done it, or that's how it's been done. We need to challenge those things and make sure they match our community. And to me, most importantly, is culture. And that's something we've proven at Hollerbach, that when you have a culture of people that believe in what you're doing, that feel heard, that are communicated well to, good things come from that. And that's something Sanford could use a lot of change in. And I've said it so many times, and I'll say it again. I want a culture in the city. When someone comes down there, whether it's a permit for a fence for their house, to open up a new business, that they hear yes if instead of no because. Anytime you come to the city with an idea or a willingness to do something and you're met with, well, no, because that's how it's always been, or this is how it's done, that's so discouraging. It doesn't help growth. It doesn't help get things done. I want to hear yes if and figure out what systems we can build to support the needs of the community. So those are my top things. And of course, I love talking to people, and I've got links everywhere. And I know you guys think I'm really busy, but I always have time for somebody. So book an appointment with me. I'd love to have one-on-ones and hear more about what you guys have to say. But I really want to thank you for being here. And besides volunteering or donating, one of the best ways that you can really support me is talking to people. And it's not just about my campaign, it is also about the primaries. I was talking to Autumn earlier, voter turnout is really low during the primaries, but it's so important. Your judges, your school board, your local officials, all during the primaries. So tell your friends, make sure they're on Vote Seminole, that they have their voter registration, that they go out and get invested in our community, because local elections are what makes a difference about your day-to-day, about your families, and about your children. So I hope to see you guys there.
This is a perfect example of somebody talking specifics and not political platitudes. If you're local to Sanford and you want to see change, I suggest you vote. And if you'd like the change to benefit the people of the city of Sanford, elect Hollerbach.